On today's show,
the Warriors crush the Cavaliers, Kemba goes crazy, and USA Basketball announces their 30 finalists for Rio.
Tass joins us live from New Orleans to get the scoop on whether Andrew Wiggins is up for the dunk contest.
And oh boy, we dug deep for a special long weekend edition of the Whoopsies.
it's Tuesday, January 19th. The starter starts now.
Good evening, sweet world, and welcome to the starters. Whether you're listening to the podcast or joining us live on NBA TV or a little bit later on YouTube, we're happy to have you. I'm J.E. Skeets, and alongside me, as always, wait, that's not Tass. That's the international man of mystery, Lee Ellis.
Friends.
Lee, to his right, joining us here at the table, starters blog editor Trey Kirby.
Hey-o!
Hey-yo! Tass actually live in New Orleans, getting us ready for the Wolves-Pelicans game on the network here tonight. We'll hear from Tass a little bit later in the show. But before we get to all the fun here, Trey, you don't have your normal setup. You're not connected to the internet. Do you have anything for us?
Yeah, I'm not here at the internet, and I'm not looking for your best tweets at hashtag the starters, but it is National Popcorn Day, and there's a surprisingly storied recent history with popcorn in the NBA. It started back with the Kings filling Jason Thompson's Scalade with popcorn when he was a rookie, and it kept happening. Ben McLemore, Ray McCallum, Rudy Gobert, Kent Bazemore, Patty O'Brien all got their cars filled with popcorn. But once that got boring, the Kings moved on to filling Nick Stauskas' house with popcorn. In his freezer, in his shoes. Remember Kyle Lowry back when he was not skinny Kyle Lowry eating popcorn in 2010? Or this kid in the stands going crazy for a bag of popcorn, but nothing can beat the popcorn party that Benny the Bull threw for himself on his birthday last year. Shout out to popcorn. Shout out to National Popcorn Day. Happy National Popcorn Day to everybody out there. I'm sure celebrating it like crazy with their families.
Why don't we have popcorn sitting right here?
Benny the Bull threw it all in the
Producer
stands.
Matt must
I
have
think
eaten
our
it all.
producer
Yeah.
ate it all. I think you're absolutely right. All right, look, we're playing a little fill in the blank here on today's show. We ask you to play along at home on Twitter, hashtag the starters. Guys, we're going to start with the game last night. That beatdown in Cleveland. A beatdown so bad it had people falling asleep and picking their noses in the stands. Yeah, the Warriors absolutely destroyed the Cavs on Monday night. Final margin was 34. Truthfully, it wasn't really even that close. Nothing the Cavs did could slow down those dubs. So we'll start with you here, Lee. Fill in the blank. The Warriors destroying the Cavs last night means what?
The gap between these two teams is getting bigger than it was in the finals last year. Because last night, both teams were at full strength.
Right.
And LeBron has to be wondering where his support's coming from. Because, I mean, LeBron can't do it all by himself. We know that. And these are the sorts of nights. He didn't have a great night. So these are the sort of nights where you want to see Kyrie Irving, Kevin Love, Shumpert, J.R. Smith, those guys step up and fill in the void. Because for Steph Curry, that's what happened for the Warriors. I mean, Steph had a great game, but everyone else contributed as well. So if you're LeBron James, he was pretty frustrated on the side. He's probably looking around to his bench and going, guys,
I'm going to need something here.
For sure.
Yeah.
I kind of think that that's been the case with LeBron all season, and a game like this really shows the gap, like you're saying, between the two teams, and I think that that's why LeBron has been so testy this season and calling out his team so often, because he knows what a title team is, and he knows the Warriors are a title team, and I think that he can tell we're a little bit of a step back behind these guys. They've lost their last 5 by an average of 16.4 points to the Warriors. If you throw out last night's game, it's still 12 points a game. The Warriors have been handling the Cavs, and I think that Cleveland can look at their team and say, we're not there yet. We might make the finals, but we don't really stand a chance. We got LeBron, and that's about it.
Well, yeah, I mean, there's a lot to sort of dissect here, right? I think you need to point out that I don't know if it mattered who the Warriors played last night. They may have killed them. It was one of those games where the Dubs were really rolling.
Yeah.
Curry and Clay and Draymond. I mean, the Cavs played horribly, but I think they would have beaten anyone last night, and they were coming off a loss themselves, let's remember. They had lost 2 of their last 3, the Warriors I'm speaking of, so they were ready to get back on the winning track. The other thing is, though, and I'm interested to hear what you guys think watching at home and here, are people overreacting at all, though, to this Cavs loss? Because, look, they don't need to play them again until they possibly both get to the finals, but that's not a lock. That, you know, neither of these teams are in the finals, but especially maybe the Dubs in that loaded West where you got to beat the Spurs or you might have to beat the Thunder. Maybe they take care of business and the Cavs are playing a completely different team. Are people overreacting?
Well, it was a 34-point margin. So I don't know how a 34-point margin can be a good for any team.
Sure.
There's no such thing as like, well, we got hammered tonight, but that's okay. All these Cavs players are getting paid big bucks. We know that in the offseason. Everyone has got their big contract. Tristan Thompson, Kevin Love, Kyrie's getting big money. They need to step up and answer the challenge from the Warriors, because remember we had the controversy. Steph said, completely flippant remark about the champagne smelling in the...
Sure,
in the,
great line.
And, apparently LeBron was upset by that.
Yeah.
He wanted to go out and show how upset he was. We didn't really see that response.
Yeah, I mean, what we heard in the finals, of course, especially from Cavs fans last year in the finals when the Warriors took care of business is, well, we didn't have Kyrie Irving and we didn't have Kevin Love. We may have beaten you otherwise, because, up 2-1.
Up 2-1, yeah.
But what we've seen in the 2 games this regular season from Kyrie and Kevin is next to nothing. I mean, these guys are combined 13 of 47 from the field in the 2 regular season games. They can't buy a three-pointer. Neither of them can. And then defensively, I mean, I think we saw last night just Kevin Love just gets destroyed by this Warriors team when he's out there.
Yeah, he checked out because I think part of the reason he didn't have a great offensive game, and I think it did affect him on the defensive end. But again, ownership has paid everybody. They've put their money where their mouth is. Yeah. So these guys have to go out and have to perform better than they did.
Oh, and that's another point, right? I mean, okay, well, they got killed by the Warriors last night. What are they going to do? They're not going and picking up another piece here. Yeah, exactly. This is their team. They almost just have to hope in a weird way that either an injury derails the Dubs in the playoffs somehow, or the Spurs or the Thunder or another team can take care of them. All right, let's keep it going here. Next one, Trey, we'll go to you. We had some great games on MLK Day yesterday. 4 of the 10 games actually went into overtime, 2 of those double overtime. We had some monster box score performances. Kemba Walker going for 52. J.J. Redick hit 9 threes. He scored a career-high 40. Dwight in a loss put up something like 36 and 26. There were many other great individual performances. So Trey, fill in the blank, and everyone playing along at home. The best MLK Day performance was who?
The step-back king, Kemba Walker. You already mentioned it, went for 52, joining the Tony Delk club of guys you never thought would score 50 points in a game, but he went crazy last night. 52 points on 16 of 34 shooting. Not too bad. Also added 9 boards, 8 assists, 6 threes, and a couple of steals, which would definitely get him a whoa boy if we were still doing that.
Lovely.
It took him 2 overtimes, no doubt about it, but the Hornets have really been struggling on offense this month. They needed every single point, and they needed a win. They'd lost 9 of their last 10, 6 of their next 7 are on the road. To get a win like that, you have to win those games if you're going to make the playoffs.
He is super fun when he catches fire.
Oh, man,
because not a lot of those points are coming inside the paint.
Yeah.
They're all those little step backs, the threes. I mean, you threw him in there in the Tony Delk 50-point club. I think Kemba's a much better basketball player. And I think, I wouldn't be surprised if we see another 40 or 50-point game from a guy like him. He's sort of like Darren Williams in that way a little bit. Can really, really catch fire. Old Darren Williams, of course. Catch fire and put up some of those old games. You agree with that one?
Yeah, he's league pass alert material himself, Kemba Walker. But let's give a little bit of love to Dwight Howard. 36 points, 26 rebounds in the game against the Clippers last night. I mean, that's Dwight from 5-6 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny with Dwight, too. I mean, we're checking the box scores and we see that line, and I saw a lot of this game, too. Poor Dwight, he puts up 36 and 26, and I really didn't hear a whole lot about it.
Oh, yeah.
And today.
And the things you do here are like, 36 and 26 in a loss. That's why he's not a Hall of Famer. It's like, are you a crazy person? 36 and 26 is an amazing line.
What about 14 for 18 from the free throw line as well for Dwight Howard?
That's huge.
Incredible.
That's absolutely huge.
Stuff.
Like I said, there was tons of great performances. Redick in that game as well was huge. All right, next one here. I love this one, guys. USA Basketball, they have announced, or they've gotten the list of candidates down to 30. Led by your big-name players, LeBron James, Carmelo Anthony, Chris Paul, all your OGs are there. 9 of the 12 players, actually, from the 2012 gold medal game are included on the list. One of those guys I just mentioned, Darren Williams, not on the list. Tyson Chandler and Kobe, who we'll get to in a second. So here's a look at your 30 guys. Now, keep in mind, they're going to be picking 12 of these guys eventually.
Good list.
To go to Rio in 2000, or this year, I should say. Wow, it's 2016. Yeah, that still blows my mind. So, look, a lot of guys, 30 on the list, but as always, there's going to be some snubs. So, Lee, fill in the blank. The biggest snub from USA Basketball's final 30th that they just announced was who?
2-time All-Star Damian Lillard for me.
It was a bit of a shock.
But I think the reason why this happened was because he turned down an invitation last season. And 2 years ago, he was on the sort of list and he got cut at the end. And I think he had a few comments there.
A little jaded.
Yeah, and he was a little bit disappointed with the opportunity that he was given. And I think that these are the sorts of situations where, Jerry Colangelo, we know, likes guys who commit to the team. And if you turn down an invitation in the past, I think that does count against you. So, look, the point guard position is as deep as any.
If
would've
Chris
been getting
Paul
the cut again.
plays, if Chris Paul does play, Westbrook, of course,
Steph,
Curry,
Kyrie,
it's
John
a
Wall,
super deep
Yeah, that's
position.
just point guards.
I like that
Exactly,
one.
yeah.
All right, well, what about this Kobe situation? Because we also learned this weekend that Kobe has withdrawn his name from consideration. He says, I'm done with the Olympic team. He's had his moment. He shouldn't take a roster spot from a more deserving player. I think it's a little interesting because in a way it lets Team USA officials off the hook a little bit here.
Definitely.
Because we just showed you the list. We're already talking about snubs. They would have had to decide, well, do you keep Kobe as a ceremonial sort of guy and put him on the roster?
How do you not?
Or do you sort of, cut him in a crazy way to maybe a more deserving player? In the end, Kobe decided he's done.
Always
Cutting
looking out
Kobe.
for the team.
That's right. That's right. All right, got to take a break. When we come back, Tess joins us live from New Orleans with a little Wiggins dunk contest scoop. Come on back. We're watching the starters.
I'm traveling man.
Back with the starters before the 2015 draft, Karl Anthony Towns, he drew comparisons to fellow Kentucky big man Anthony Davis. Tonight, we see how accurate those comparisons really are. Towns facing AD for the first time as the Wolves meet the Pelicans in New Orleans. That one gets underway here on the network not long from now. And to help us set the scene, we're now joined by our very own Tass Mellis in New Orleans, rocking the Blazers. Tassy, what's up?
Guys, you want inside information from the arena? Alvin Gentry just told me he's still working on the cake that we gave him in Summer League. It was a large cake. They're still working on it in this dressing room right here. It's still readily available.
All right, that is the scoop we're looking for here with Tass and North. All right, well, how's the day been so far leading up to this Wolves-Pelicans game tonight?
It's been great. Alvin Gentry actually just told me he was emphatic in saying that this is it. Their 7-game homestand will determine whether or not they make the postseason. On the other side, the Wolves were pretty loose during shoot-around, so loose that Kevin Garnett gathered the guys around center court towards the end of it. He told the guys, hey, kick some balls into the stands, and the rookies will go and search for them. Nemanja Bjelica, Tyus Jones, and Karl Anthony Towns were searching among the seats for a few minutes looking for balls. Not only is Kevin Garnett passing along the knowledge of having to work every day, but he's showing guys how to haze. He's showing Andrew Wiggins and Zach LaVine how to haze the rooks.
Yeah, I love the idea that those guys are vets on this team, and Zach LaVine and Rubio.
Got to get him young.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Well, one of our Canadian boys, Andrew Wiggins, I know you had a chance to talk to him a little bit today. I think you probably talked a little bit about the upcoming All-Star weekend in Toronto.
Yeah, I talked to him about the All-Star game going north of the border for the first time. And he also gave me an emphatic answer, a lot of things emphatically happening today. He gave me an emphatic answer on whether or not he would join the dunk contest if asked.
Toronto All-Star Weekend, hometown. Downside is I'm sure you got a lot of people bothering you for tickets because I'm a nobody from Toronto and I got people bothering me for tickets. How excited are you to go back to Toronto for All-Star Weekend?
It'll be fun. It'll be fun. I got my family and friends down there, and the All-Star game, the All-Star, the dunk-off, the Rise of Stars game, everything, because the people in Toronto, people in Canada never got a chance to witness something like that, so it should be a good experience for everyone.
Speaking about that dunk contest, if you do get asked,
Probably not.
no, not your thing. Okay.
Wow, that was emphatic.
Scoop.
Although he did say probably not. He threw a probably in there.
No, yeah, that was a quick answer. No, there's no chance. And I didn't get the chance to actually ask Zach LaVine, who told us at Summer League that he would jump over the four of us in the slam dunk contest in Toronto. He was a little too far away. He was dunking on the other side of the floor, so I couldn't get at him.
Yeah, that's a little disappointing with Andrew Wiggins, though. I think we were looking forward to maybe seeing Zach LaVine versus Andrew Wiggins in the contest. Well, I know you were talking to everyone today. You had a chance, as we've been celebrating our 10th anniversary of the show, The Starters, and also as the Basketball Jones earlier. We have another anniversary this week, and that is Kobe Bryant on Friday, 10th anniversary of the time he dropped 81 points on the Raptors. You had a chance to talk to Sam Mitchell about that infamous game for Raps fans.
It's always fun talking to Sam Mitchell. The entire conversation was great, especially when he continued to defend the way he defended Kobe as the opposing coach that night in January '06.
might not be a great memory of yours, but Friday is Kobe's anniversary, 10 years, 81 points. What do you remember about that wonderful night for Kobe Bryant while you were on the other sideline coaching the Raptors?
Well, there's two things I do remember. I remember that we were winning the game early in the fourth quarter. And so when people were asking questions like, why didn't you just send 3 people at Kobe? Well, we're not going to sit there and just give up dunks and layups, But we played a box and 1, we played triangle and 2, we played some zone. We did everything we thought humanly possible we could do to try to slow Kobe down. And the thing that I would say about that game is that it took all 81 of those points for Kobe to beat us. If he would have had 65, we would have won the game comfortable. And that's what people don't understand. At the end of the day, it's funny. If Kobe would have scored 81 and we would have beat him, he would be getting criticized instead of patted on the back about scoring 81 points and losing. So it's all relative. But, Kobe's been a great player. He just had one of those nights, man. If you go back and look at that game, the shots that he made in that game against some of the defense we played really tough defense, and anytime a guy pump fakes 3-4 times and does a pirouette and then shoots a fadeaway jump shot and it goes in, all you can do is tip your hat to him.
Great stuff there from Sam Mitchell. Tess, I love that you were talking to every single person that's ever played in this game. You already talked to Kobe Bryant about the 81-point game, now Sam Mitchell.
Moment in my life, guys.
It really is. Taz, thanks so much, buddy. Enjoy the game tonight. Go help Elvin Gentry out with that Summer League cake.
Yeah, thanks, buddy's going to throw up some wedgies before this game starts on NBA TV.
All right. When we come back, cheer up, Cavs. Weekend whoopsies are on their way. Back with the starters, time for a supersized long weekend edition of Whoopsies. We start Friday night in Cleveland. Rockets vet Jason Terry, he's trying to get a good look at Sasha Khan's jersey because he has no idea in the world who Sasha Khan is.
Yeah, he's played 50 seasons in the NBA, never seen him before. Saturday night in Buzz City, Jared Bayless got stung by Jeremy Lin's hair. And guys, the key to treating a hornet sting, wash the area with soap and water to get rid of the venom, then use a cold pack to reduce the swelling.
Nice.
Hope you paid attention, Jared, so you can hurt less.
Also Saturday, the Sacramento Kings had 5 opportunities to score against the Clippers and missed them all. Caspi, no. Rondo, no. DeMarcus Cousins, no.
Did everybody get a shot?
No, Collison didn't get one. Here's Rudy Gay. Look how easy this one is. No. And then Boogie tries a tip back. No. They went on to win the game, though, so it doesn't really matter.
Doesn't matter. All right, on Saturday, rapper Nicki Minaj took in a Philadelphia 76ers game. And Sixers coach Brett Brown, honestly, he just couldn't believe it. She's here. He's like, that's Nicki Minaj.
I don't blame him.
Maybe he's a Miley Cyrus fan. I don't know. Maybe he's angry.
Sunday in OKC, Russell Westbrook goes hard to the rim, wants a foul, doesn't get one, and then he makes like Lee's 3-year-old son Sebastian pouting so he won't get a technical. Better than getting teed up.
Yeah.
The arms crossed is a classic move by my 3-year-old. That is true. Also Sunday, Spurs rookie Boban with the throwdown and then the stare down on Jeremy Evans. Look at that. That's a weird stare down. He gives him a little hug and then sort of.
That's a weird everything. The guy didn't jump to dunk the basketball.
Very close to putting his nose in his ear.
Oh,
very close.
Sticking with Sunday, Nuggets guard Will Barton. He's gonna dap up a baby.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah, right there. A little fist bump for that baby.
Yeah, Mum's taking a photo too. Great.
I'll see you later, baby.
Sunday in San Antonio, Patty Mills looks to find either Danny Green or Boris Diaw and throws it into the front row instead.
Splits the difference there.
Yeah, half and half.
Last night against the Rockets, everybody was kung fu fighting. Those Clippers were fast as lightning.
I don't know any more of it.
Very, very weird. Same game. Classic whoopsie material right here. Terrence Jones and Dwight Howard demonstrate how not to team rebound. They both go up for the Redick miss, and they both tip it in.
Redick, career high night, and that's how he got 2 of them.
That's absolutely right. Finished with 40. Thank you, Terrence Jones. Thank you, Dwight Howard.
Monday in Dallas, Zaza Pachulia starts bleeding from the ear, and Raymond Felton hates it. But here's the thing, he cannot look away.
It's one of those things.
Why is he bleeding? How are they going to stop this bleeding?
He's so
Can I
fascinated.
see his brain? What's in there?
Hashtag NBA vote Zaza.
Yeah.
Tess Millis told me never use a Q-tip. I guess this is why.
Yeah, I guess so.
Last night in Detroit, here is Pau Gasol with a huge dunk, but don't watch that. Check out Marcus Morris trying to take a specky over Jimmy Butler.
Cute.
What?
A specky.
You already sang Kung Fu Fighting. You're not going to give us any genuine pony here?
I prefer my specky. Aussie rules joke there.
All right. Monday night, Warriors and Cavs game. It turned into a blowout, so people turned into robots.
That looks like
She
an actual
is
robot.
committed to the bit.
She might actually be animatronic.
It's possible, yeah, like a Disney ride or something.
Same game a little bit later because everybody's sleeping, including this guy in the stands. Not as bad as his buddy, though, who goes digging deep in the queue.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Just a
man.
reminder to never pick your nose when you're
Yeah.
sitting in the front rows.
Yeah.
We gotcha.
Guys, we have our first wedgie of 2016. It came Friday night, Cavs and Rockets, and it's from the king,
what
LeBron
we
James,
want.
giving us an oop wedgie.
Huge.
Super, super rare. Finally, we have one in 2016, and we now have 20 on the season.
The wedgie gods will repay us for
That's
the
right.
respect shown on that one.
I
Gotta
was
pay
pleading.
respect.
I was pleading on Friday's show
Yeah.
for a wedgie, and in the end, we get one.
Beautiful.
Hopefully they start coming like crazy now. All right, we gotta take a break. When we come back, Lily, very solid play today.
Ooh, I've never been this close to these thumbs.
Back with the starters. Let's get right to Lee Elsa's very solid play of the night. Where are we going, Lee?
We're going to Cleveland where the Cavs got shredded by the Warriors, and it was passes like this laser from Klay Thompson to Steph for a beautiful layup. Look at this one, threads the needle beautifully, and we get a layup. That's what I call a very solid play.
Excellent stuff, Lily.
Nice one.
Celebrating the starters / TBJ's 10th anniversary this week. We've been podcasting for a long time, and we actually got a shout out from our good friends at the Inside the NBA crew. Have a listen.
Hey, there's a big anniversary going on.
Really?
In this,
What is
in
it?
this very building right now.
Wait. Oh, it's not mine.
No,
Don't
no,
get me
not
nervous,
yours.
man. I said, I forgot my anniversary again.
Skeets and Tass and Lee and Trey. We better know them as
The starters.
10 years with their podcast. And
Oh, I thought it said 10 years here?
yeah, and then they were the Basketball Jones, and then the starters
Okay.
here at Turner.
10 years. Welcome. Welcome. 10 years anniversary. That's a
I owe
big
you a
ride.
wedgie, Skeets.
Hey, you know, they're Canadian.
Yes, they
You know, and I can't wait to go to Toronto, my favorite city.
Well, they can show us around.
Well, no, I got the mayor doing that.
Well, I think it'd be safer if the starters showed you around.
There won't be
Well,
as much
actually,
fun,
if it's
though.
10 years there, it's only 7 years here. Get it? Because the money is.
Well, have you? That wasn't funny.
Congratulations, fellas. Great to have you with us.
Thanks, Ernie and Co. You guys are the best. All right, that's it for us. Back tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern. Does anybody have a quote?
Thanks for
Quickly?
joining us, and remember, when your friend's being brutal, just tell them, you're brutal.
Praise the night, people.